I think I'm going to shift to this. Obviously, guys, if you were hiding underneath a rock this weekend, well, you missed Daniel Jones, because boy, did he ball out versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Daniel Jones looked absolutely amazing. He had over 300 yards. He had 4 total touchdowns, 2 on the ground, I might add. That's one aspect about his game that I think a lot of people underrated when he was coming out of Duke. He was a very good mobile quarterback at Duke. I don't think people gave him enough credit for that when he was coming out. And I got to tell you, I've been saying it for weeks. I mean, Eli Manning, he had to go. It's one of those things where I kind of talked about it in a separate video that I don't know if you watched it, but I pretty much said that Eli Manning, he's kind of like that old iPhone that's outdated, or that flip phone, where...
But it's still old reliable. I mean, when it comes to Eli, and you go back and watch the games that they played, most of that is not Eli's fault. The defense is not good enough. The offensive line, granted, they got Kevin Zeitler, which was a big boost to their offensive line. They've
improved it. They didn't get any worse.
They have improved it. But the thing is, they didn't give very many run plays to Saquon Barkley. He only had 15 touches in one game. Like, you can't give a dynamic back like that, one of the best ones in the game, just in his second year by far, and you only give him 15 touches. That is insane. That's like going back to the Ohio State days, where the game against Michigan State, where they lost.
Didn't get the ball.
He got 8 touches that game. You give the best back that you have more than 15 touches or 8 touches, you're gonna win the game. And like Eli, though, like, he had points where he was dropping back and ready to throw the ball, but he had no receivers open. Like, honestly, I think it might have been just a tad bit early to determine, like, if it was time for him to go. Like, I agree it was time for him to go, but, like, he didn't have much to work with. You get rid of your best offensive weapon in OBJ during the offseason. You got Golden Tate suspended for 4 games, and Sterling Shepard's out with a concussion, and he just came back this week. So who do you really have to throw to? Like, nobody's getting open, nobody's coming off their routes fast enough. So it's like, what could he do?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Eli Manning didn't have very much to work with, but I mean, Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley went out in that game. Like, Saquon Barkley got hurt, and Daniel Jones put them on his back. I don't think if Eli Manning was in that game, they win that game. I just don't think that's happening. I mean, Eli Manning, he's a solid quarterback. He's smart. He knows how to get out of the right plays down. But let's be real. He's not the same quarterback he used to be. He's not that same quarterback that beat Tom Brady in those 2 Super Bowls. Definitely not. And Daniel Jones, he was looking really, really good. He was consistently throwing the ball down the field. He looked comfortable under pressure. I mean, he was sacked 5 times, but he kept staying in the pocket. He kept delivering darts down the field. He was pushing the ball down the field and getting those deep passes, looking really, really good. I mean, he was playing really well. I can't really remember a debut from a rookie quarterback that looked this good in a while, honestly. I really can't. I mean, Daniel Jones looks like the real deal. He provides that spark that the New York Giants just needed. And I think that one of the things about the Giants was their game plan, I think, changed a little bit with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones allows their playbook to be a little bit more open. Because Eli Manning, while I watched the Giants play these past couple of years, he's been dinking and dunking a lot. And now, again, Eli is not the same guy. He's obviously a little bit older and not the same guy anymore. But Daniel Jones, he's younger, better arm, and he just provides more life to this team. And he did something Eli Manning did not do in his entire career this past week. Eli Manning was 0-44 in games where he was down 18 points in a game. Daniel Jones came back down 18 and won that game. And I gotta tell you, the Giants, if they get that defense fixed and Saquon Barkley comes back for the future, I think they found their guy. I was not very high on Daniel Jones. I thought Dwayne Haskins should have been taken above him.
I think so too.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say that, Daniel Jones is gonna be this superstar quarterback right now. Obviously, we have to see it play out. And obviously, quarterbacks, you have to give them time. So down the road, we'll see what happens. But again, I think the Giants found their guy. That's one thing I think that people failed to realize. The Giants, they had Daniel Jones rated on their board much higher than pretty much everyone else, in my opinion.
And I would agree. And I think that Dave Gettleman was stupid in picking him 6th, though. Like, the thing is, he came out and said, he's like, I guarantee you there was 2 other people ahead of me that was going to take a quarterback. The only people that were ahead of him that would have taken a quarterback was the Denver Broncos, and they traded down with the Steelers to get
Dolphins. The Broncos, and then the Dolphins were the other team.
Yeah, the Dolphins were the other team, but they were really high sprung on getting Rosen. But it was also the Redskins too. But everybody knew that they were going to pick Dwayne Haskins if he was still on the board. So that there was no way that Daniel Jones should have been taken 6th overall. I think if they would have waited until 17th, he would have been taken there. But let's talk about the Bucs in that game first. Bruce Arians blew that game for them. Because, like, taking a delay of game penalty cost him the game. Absolutely. Because if you do not take that delay of game penalty, it knocked his kicker back 5 yards. If you just take the timeout, you kick it right there, the game's over, Bucks win. Nobody's talking about how good Daniel Jones is because they lose the game. But the thing is...
Yeah, the kicker missed the field goal, too.
Yeah, like, he said that his kicker was better in 40 yards back. And I'm like, he missed it, barely right. Like, it was like 6 inches to the right. And you move him up, you keep him at those 5 yards, he kicks that, wins the game instantly. And it's like the Bucks are 2-1, and everybody's talking about how Bruce Arians is turning that team around. So I don't know. Personally, I think he blew the game for him.
The Bucks are 1-2. They beat the Panthers.
No, I'm saying that would have been 2-1.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, cool. Yeah, but I mean, Daniel Jones, he looked pretty good. I mean, I think he's the right fit for the Giants. And one thing about Daniel Jones is he can escape pressure, because that's one thing Eli Manning couldn't do. The Giants really haven't had a quarterback like Daniel Jones in a while. And I think that the trend now is the guy that can kind of move outside the pocket. You look at Deshaun Watson. You look at Patrick Mahomes. You look at Baker Mayfield. You look at people in the league right now, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. All the really good quarterbacks. You obviously got your Tom Brady's. You obviously got your Drew Breeses. But the trend nowadays is quarterbacks that can move around a little bit and evade pressure and open up the playbook and get outside the pocket. And, they were running, quarterback design runs with Daniel Jones this past week. So he provides a new dynamic. I think that now that he can run the ball with Saquon Barkley, that's really, really going to help their offense, because now you can't just account for Saquon Barkley to run the football. You got to account for Daniel Jones too. So I got to tell you, man, the Giants, it looked like they found their guy, and we'll see how he progresses. I mean, I'm excited to watch Daniel Jones play. I was not very high on him in the draft. I might have made a mistake. I was high on Haskins. I still am very high on Dwayne Haskins. I say Kyler Murray was the best combination for a runner and thrower the draft had ever seen. So we'll see how he's doing. He's looking pretty good, but that's where I'm at with the Giants. I mean, they look pretty good. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really, really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God blessed day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.